Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Shudder's new horror film, Anything for Jackson. And this is about a bereaved Satanist couple who kidnap a pregnant woman and try to use some dark magic and spells to bring the spirit of their dead grandchild into this new child. And we have moral dilemmas, really creepy demons and spirits, and all kinds of craziness in this film. And I really enjoyed this. And Shudder shows they have a lot of quality. And this film is directed by Justin G. Dick, who, looking through all of his filmography, it's basically a bunch of like little girl movies and shows, Christmas movies, and specifically Christmas rom-coms. And then you have Anything for Jackson. But he does such a fantastic job with this film, and between his work and the cinematographer Sasha Morick and the composer John McCarthy, they create this really ominous and unnerving and engrossing experience. And you're just like, this dude made all of these movies and then made this. So he branched out and it really worked out for him. And you have a very like, Hail Satan kind of feel to this movie, as obviously our couple are a couple of Satanists. They go to gatherings and people are like, Hail Satan, and really centering around this story, which is interesting because you have this couple who kidnapped this woman and you feel for them in many ways because they lost their grandchild and they really want to go anything that they can do to get their grandchild back. And in really twisted ways, we're meant to feel some kind of sympathy for them. And it's really unnerving how this film is set up in that way. And it's pretty effective. And from a technical standpoint, there's some great use of framing, like the opening sequence of it's just them in their kitchen and they walking out and the camera is static looking out towards the front door and they're dragging in this pregnant woman, or cops knocking at the door, and off to the side of our husband speaking to this cop is the video screen that they have downstairs as his wife is trying to calm down the pregnant woman. And you're using all this framing that works so perfectly, especially during the scares. But what really helps this film stand tall is Shayla McCarthy and Julian Richings, who played this couple, and they're really strong performances. They invoke empathy. There's also a cold and callousness, especially to Henry, the husband, at points, and such a powerful drive, but also fear because they see all these other spirits and demons that are showing up, and they're shocking and crazy. And then you also have Constantina Mantelos, who plays our pregnant woman, and she has a lot of heavy lifting, like Scream Queen kind of heavy lifting to do in this film, and they're all really working well together. This film is horrifying. There are specific creations, these spirits that come and haunt them, and some of their designs are, there's, like, not to give too much away, but just think about a woman in floss, a little boy in a ghost outfit, and a not so little something in a ghost outfit. And probably the most horrifying is a disjointed corpse desperately trying to breathe with like a plastic bag over its head, and it's just like, what's going on here? And it's horrifying, and Dick does such a fantastic job of bringing that all to life. And it's also shocking because part of what's going on is these dark powers are trying to stop others from interfering with bringing this child into the world, and they make people do horrible things to themselves and others, and it's shocking and out of nowhere and just brutal. And there's definitely leaning on some horror tropes here, and the third act gets a little bit like too stereotypical horror, because what puts this apart is it challenges you in different ways in sense of morality, and it is pretty creative, but it still has those tropes. And I think the biggest one that really sticks out is like the expert that like they seek out, and like they come in, and this dude lives in his mother's basement who sounds like the sweetest woman, and it's like, I'm not hungry, Mom. And this guy comes in and tries to help. But the thing is, it's like one of the dumbest logic points is like he sets up this whole entire thing and he's the one who idiotically messes it up. And it's just like, he should know better. And you have those kinds of things that, you know, move the story forward. But what really sets this apart, like I said, is this moral dilemma. Who do you, like, what they're doing is evil, but they're doing it for a good reason. And that's the challenging thing as you sit and watch this. And also you see what a mother will do. That tenacity that Mentalos's character shows, because she'll stop at nothing to get out of this situation. And then the film hits a climax that is crazy, pulls out all the stops, all the unnerving and creepy designs and everything, and an ending that kind of leaves you speechless. And you're sitting here at the end of anything for Jackson thinking like, I did not expect this ride. And it's a great surprise. If you're a horror fan, check this out. And honestly, this is one of those films that might transcend for you. So if you have access to Shudder, check this one out. But those are my thoughts on anything for Jackson. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.